Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing my October and November favorites, and I'm hoping I can get through this without too much coughing. I'm still recovering from that bad cold, but life goes on and I'm recording today, so bear with me a little bit. So I wanted to get started with some things I've really been loving the last couple of months and some things that I have recently picked up that I just have thought have been really standout items. So I'm going to go ahead and start with some skincare. And I picked up two new products from Paula's Choice recently. The first is the Clinical 1% Retinol treatment. So this is their latest offering in retinol treatments. It's their strongest strength retinol product that they are selling right now. And I switched out from my prescription strength Retin-A to try this, and I have to say I really think I like this a little bit better than the prescription formula that I've been using. So I think it's a little bit more effective. I think the formula is doesn't feel so heavy on my face. It's a really nice cream-based formula that just goes into the skin beautifully, and it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. I feel like it does feel a little bit stronger on my face than my prescription strength. I feel like I really only need to use it a couple times a week as opposed to every night, and I alternate it with some other exfoliating products, so I'm really loving this. So I think it's well worth the money. The other product that I picked up from Paula's Choice is the Resist Intensive Repair Cream for dry and very dry skin, and this also has some retinol in it. So while I don't have dry or very dry skin, so, in general, I have kind of a combination to oily skin. This time of year, as the weather gets colder, it becomes a little bit more normal. However, under my eyes, I have very dry skin, and I've been using this strictly under my eyes, and it is safe to use under your eyes, so you do get a little bit of a retinol treatment there, and it's very moisturizing. So it comes with this nice little pump. It's super easy to use, and I just use a little dab like that under my eyes, and it really is extremely moisturizing, but it absorbs. It doesn't like sit on the top of your skin, but it is really hydrating. So I think if this is something that you struggle with, not just under your eyes, but anywhere on your face where you have some really dry skin, I have really liked this so much. It doesn't have any fragrance, and I can wear it under makeup. It just really works beautifully, so I highly recommend that. This past year I've tried out a couple of different e.l.f. products. I've been kind of indifferent to the brand a little bit because I felt like maybe it wasn't going to be up to par, it was too cheap. But I started off with some of their loose powder, which I thought was fabulous. Right now I'm using their multicolor brightening powder, which I really love, and I think I've talked about this in other favorites, so I'm really, quite honestly, going through that pretty quickly. And so I recently picked up the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. So I know I have said I will never ever use a setting powder under my eyes because it just ages you. If you have little fine lines and wrinkles, it's just going to accentuate it. But I gave this a try because I've seen a couple people talk about it very favorably. It was very inexpensive, and it's just a really small amount in here, and I thought, well, I'll give it a go and see, because I have a couple of concealers that don't really set the way I would like them to set, and I can't really even tell if I like them because they just kind of have too much shine there. They're too emollient and they don't ever set down. And so I thought, well, I'm going to give this a shot. And I was really pleasantly surprised with it. So it comes with a little sifter, and it's just a really fine powder that it almost feels like nothing. Almost feels like nothing when you put it on. And what I do is I just shake a little bit into the lid and take a little fluffy, small fluffy brush, and I just, dab it under here. And I don't think it doesn't make my under eye area look any worse than if I don't use it. So it's kind of like, it really is pretty neutral. It doesn't accentuate any fine lines and wrinkles there. It does help set the concealer. It takes some of that shininess away, which can sometimes just draw attention to that kind of questionable area. So remarkably, I really like this. Now it does seem to have a little bit of random like glitter particles in it, but they're pretty sporadic and I don't really object to them that much. So, but it's a weird thing to put in there. So I like it. I don't use it every day, but I use it with certain concealers that I really feel leave me a little too shiny underneath my eyes. So that's been a real surprise for me. So the next item I want to talk about is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette. So this is not a new item for me, but it's something that I have rediscovered and really started using a lot more this fall. It's such a great fall palette, and it's just, I mean, you can get so many good looks with it. The quality of the eyeshadows are so great, and I actually have a video coming up where I take a day-to-night look using this palette for the holidays. So look for that later on this week. So I'm loving that again. There's, I mean, what do I love about? I love so much about this. Some of my favorite colors are, the marzipan, which looks like that. I love, this is hazelnut. Great color, just, and this one, oh, this is Black Forest Truffle. I mean, just some awesome, awesome colors, and just really, I don't know what to say. It's such a beautiful palette. I just love it. So the last three things I want to talk about are some things that I picked up in the Sephora VIB haul. So the first item from that haul that I want to talk about is this little palette from bareMinerals. It's Magic, I think is the name of the palette. And, it opens up and you have 6 eyeshadows up top, and then down below you have the all the blush products. So the thing I really love about this palette is the blush row. If you have not tried a bareMinerals blush, I strongly encourage you to do so. The formula is awesome. This is my first experience with it. I particularly like this one here, this one which is called Natural High. It's just such a great neutral pink, and it's bright enough without being too bright. It's just terrific. And this whole row is really fun to use because, this is like a highlight shade. Works for me as I can use it a little bit in a contouring way or a bronzing way, or it can just be a really good neutral blush. It's very versatile. And then these two have a little bit more color in them. It's great. I could tear it in half and take this with me itself. But I really do enjoy the whole palette. So really, really have enjoyed the blushes from this palette tremendously. I find myself doing an eye look and going, oh, why didn't I use that new blush from bareMinerals? So, love that. So, as you might recall, when I was standing online to check out, I was looking at all like the little sample stuff from during the VIB sale, and I picked up this Hourglass 1.5 millimeter eyeliner. It's like a gel eyeliner, and it's their eyeliner that has this super skinny little tip to it, and I can't stop using it. I think it's fabulous. I kind of picked it up on a whim. It was not something that was on my quote-unquote list, but I was interested in trying it. It normally is sold in a 3-pack, and I think that's because you don't get a ton of product in here. You only get enough for I think, about a dozen applications. But I love it to tightline. It's just the perfect size for going up along my upper eyelashes to tightline and add some darkness. You have tons of control. You don't end up getting that like tickling feeling sometimes when you're tightlining. It can tickle, I think, when it touches your eye funny. I don't find I get that. It's super dark. It also works great along the lash line. It's just, you know, like almost like a gel light eyeliner. And the only thing I will caution you is don't turn it up too much. You don't want too much product sticking out at the end. It says like 2 cranks, 2 clicks is all you need. And they're not kidding. If you do more, it's going to break off. So just kind of beware of that. But this is, I will definitely be picking up some more of this. I love it. Just love it. The last thing I want to talk to you about is my beloved Estee Lauder Pure Color Envy lipstick, and the color that I'm really been loving that I picked up during that Sephora sale is 130 Intense Nude. And that is what I'm wearing today. It is just such a great rosy brown nude. It goes with everything. The formula is so delightful. I really am in love with these lipsticks, I have to say. But this color in particular I have been super pleased with. It goes with everything. I just love it. So I find myself reaching for this a ton, just a ton. So that's it for my October and November favorites. I'd love to know if you have fallen in love with anything you picked up at the Sephora sale, and which things have been a total surprise that you have thoroughly enjoyed, and you know, even ones that you haven't enjoyed so much. That happens too sometimes. So please leave those in the comments below, because I really love hearing from you. And I like getting that feedback from you as well. So if you're new to my channel and you're just stopping by for the first time, I would love it if you'd hit the subscribe button and join me for future videos. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you real soon. Take care. Bye.